Is this thing on? What the hell? Oh, hey, everybody. It's the special recorded edition of the Comic Art Fans Update number 66. I had to record this, and it's a little bit odd. This is like a throwback to the summer of 2020. I think the first 3 CAF updates that we put together were all pre-recorded because I really didn't know what the heck I was doing and what I wanted to do with a CAF update. Well, here I am. I'm actually on vacation, as everybody knows, so I had to record this. I didn't want to leave you with a Thursday night without me, and so we're doing the special premiere so that I can have a CAF update for you. You guys get to hang out for a few minutes together and enjoy a brief show. Definitely no special guests for this evening. We're just going to have a little bit of fun looking at the top sales for the week, as well as my popular picks. No guest picks this week at all, of course, because I'm pre-recording this, and a few other things to go over, but not a whole lot. I'm going to keep this brief because I haven't even packed yet. I got to go, but I'm going to be wearing this on my way to Vegas tomorrow. I'll be the talk of the plane, I can assure you. So what I wanted to go over, just minor stuff, scheduling things were important to me. Wanted to make sure everybody was aware of certain things that are coming up in the next few weeks and months. Of course, the big one will be Comic Art Live, our 4th show. And it's going to be, I assume, probably going to be much bigger than the last one. Last show had just under 5,000 artworks for sale. I think 5,000 is a big number. It would be nice if we can hit somewhere around there. One of these days we'll have to think about what's the best number of artworks and how many sellers, and maybe we need to limit the number of booths that are available, make it a little bit more exclusive. I don't know. At the end of the day, I remember getting a lot of complaints after the last show about there just being too much artwork to see, and the advantage to premium members who can get in the 2 hours early for the show wasn't as great as it was in the earlier shows when maybe we only had, the first show, I don't even know if we had 2,000 artworks for sale. We probably didn't, because we had such strict limitations on the artwork that could be posted. So I don't know, lots of things to consider. We'll see how well the show goes, and if CAF Live, if the show actually decides to continue on, which it probably will in some iteration. I can't really say. I roll with it every year, every show. I know we've done these every 6 months so far since COVID started. I do think now that we're kind of faced with the fact that cons are coming back, I think there may be less interest in attending a Comic Art Live con hosted on Comic Art Fans. Who's to say, right? I am not, but at the end of the day, I'm enjoying them, and I know that you guys, by and large, are enjoying them. One interesting thing I found out, I'm usually in touch with Bashara when he hosts his LA show, but we've not really communicated very well the last summer for various reasons. I know he took a lot of time off this past summer, but it turns out his LA show is on the 14th, same Sunday as my show. So that's a negative for us both. So hopefully we'll coordinate better in the future on those things. I learned that from Dinesh and this evening that's when their show is, because they haven't put Bashara and Tom Kraft have not put any PR out at all about their show. So I don't know how they even have a show when they don't send any PR to CAF to let us know when things are. But at least I've been letting you know for the last couple months that Comic Art Live is this weekend. It's not my fault if they're not listening. At any rate, so that's really the big stuff going on. Comic Art Live. I hope everybody is geared up and ready. Looking forward to the show. I want to remind everybody that you need to be a premium member if you're going to have an exhibitor booth, and I hope you choose to do that. You can show up to a total of 48 artworks for sale during that weekend. It's always well attended. I think the last show we had around 22,000 unique people visiting the show over the weekend, which was a good number. A little bit of an uptick from the prior November 2020 show. So it's always continually growing, even though I'm not great at marketing. Every time it gets a little bit busier, so that's a positive. And also, if you are a premium member of CAF, you get to get into the hall 2 hours early. So the hall opens to the general public on November 13th, Saturday at 1 p.m. And everybody who's a premium member gets in at 11 a.m. that day. And it's a huge advantage. Lots of sales occur in the first 2 hours. So if you're not a premium member of CAF, you're left out, but that's okay. It's kind of up to you. We want to keep everything free on CAF as best we can, but we always like to give our premium members an advantage on most things on CAF, and this is another way we do that. And if you're just wanting to kind of test the waters, we do offer a 3-month membership for $35. The full year membership is $75. So it's really up to you. If you get one, if you want to go $35 one time to try it for 3 months, I would encourage you to try out all the premium features, like getting the As It Happens want lists that go out every 5 minutes to keyword alerts that allow you to buy art before everybody else. That's a huge advantage. You get the advantage of being able to go into the show earlier and all that. But if you like it and it works out well, I would encourage you to go with the annual $75 a year opportunity, because it is it'll save you money, and to get those regular for sale alerts from our dealer network is very crucial if you want to get the jump on other collectors. So all the premium members already know that. They're not going to stump on it for you to let you know that it's out there. I'm trying to help you gain an advantage that many other collectors already have. So let's get beyond that. A couple other things, big dates that are coming up. I'll just pull up this dueling dealer list. It's not complete, of course, but it does list when we'll be coming back with the Dueling Dealer Show. Next show will be on October 27th. That's a Wednesday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern, like always. And then that Saturday, I've got a special art show with Mike Oming. I know it's not Dueling Dealers related. I should just call this my upcoming sale show schedule. But on the 30th of October, Mike Oming and I will be doing an art drop of about 25 to 30 pieces, some current, some past. There'll be some Powers covers, I'm sure. Also, some of his recent Dick Tracy artwork, cover artwork for that. I believe I've also seen a Superman cover and several pinups. So it'll be a nice variety of Mike's work for that show, and it should be fun. I'm doing that with Talent Talk again. I did the LINSNER show with them in September. So this is our second time out with another creator, and it should be a lot of fun. Mike and I have talked only a few times, but I'm looking forward to doing a fun interview with him and then selling some of his artwork for him. Then we've got the 11/3 Dueling Dealers episode on Wednesday, and that will be our next themed show. Can't give you any details on what the theme is yet, but I'm sure there will be a teaser released certainly by November 1st that gives you an idea of what you'll be in store for on there. It's our kind of post-Halloween show, so it'll be interesting. The script's all done. I'm just waiting for a few more bits of video to be delivered to me, and then we will have that. That thing will actually be in full production. It's going to take about a week to put together because it is a lot of work, but I don't know. I wrote the script, so I have to say I like it, but we'll see if everybody else likes it as much as I do. Then the following Wednesday, there will be a regular show as well. That's on the 10th, and that will be at 9 p.m. as always. And then that weekend, of course, is the next Comic Art Live show on the 13th and 14th. Following that, I'm not listing any Dueling Dealers episodes on this list, but as you can see, these are the next 3 selling events after Comic Art Live that I'll be hosting. The first one will be the following Saturday on November 20th. Jiggy and I and the several artists from the next Comic Art team will be doing a special art drop and art sale Saturday at 1 p.m. Then on the 4th of December, just in time for your Christmas shopping, we will have Neil Adams, the man, on the show with me, and we'll have a fun time talking about his career. I'm sure there will be some interesting anecdotal things that we'll talk about, and then we'll be doing an art sale. And Neil, being Neil, I think it's going to get a little interesting, a little different. He's already talked about wanting to be able to do a few sales on the fly, not all things shown like I normally do with a nice scan and everything. He might have a few things that he brings that are outside of the scope of the programming, and I told him I'm ready to take on whatever he wants to do, and I'm sure it will be a lot of fun. And then the following weekend after that, we had a rescheduled Greg Hildebrand sale where we rescheduled that to the 11th of December, same time as always on our Saturday shows, 1 p.m. So please tune into that. Hopefully Greg doesn't have to cancel again. He's had a very busy schedule of late, and that was why he just wasn't able to create some. Greg's going to make some artworks just for the sale, and he didn't have time to do it for the last time that we had scheduled it. So he hopes to be able to do that for this one. So hopefully I'll know sooner rather than later if he's going to be able to keep to that schedule or not. One of these days we'll definitely be able to get him on this show. So that's it. So it's going to be a very busy sales schedule. Obviously, every Wednesday, more or less, we'll be doing Dueling Dealers as we always should. I've had a few inquiries, and I can tell you that we'll definitely have at least 1 or 2 amateur events or pro-ams, probably in the next 2 months as well. I'm still working out the details on those. And, you know, anybody who's interested in selling some artwork in a fun format, dueling dealers, amateur dueling dealer shows are the place to do it. Just reach out to me, bill@comicartfans.com. I'm happy to do it. We're always looking for ways to keep everybody entertained in this hobby while we wait to get back to regular convention programming in the real world. So I'm here, just ask. So as far as the CAF update goes, I wanted to do our usual thing so you don't miss out on the sales of the week. This is covering the week of 11th of, oh wait, let's see. Yeah, it was October 11th through the 17th, and very slow week for sales. I don't know if it's a post New York thing or whatever, but it was definitely off. I mean, for both particularly dealers, $155,000 in sales during that week, as opposed to $327,000 in sales when that was the New York Comic Con weekend. So not the best week for original art dealers that period, and it could be because they were traveling and then chose to take the weekend off and didn't post a lot of art. Who knows? Top sellers for that period were Albert Moy, 20 sales, $54,850, and then Anthony Snyder. Poor Anthony, he sold. He had 120 sales. He sold $54,794 in art sales. He was a mere $56 behind Albert. So $57 in sales would have given him 2 consecutive weeks at being the #1 dealer seller in our updates. So poor Anthony, $57 separated him from victory. Poor guy, because you know he'll probably have to wait till next year now to try to reclaim a streak like that. But you never know. You never know. But third place finisher was ROMITA Man, 17 sales, $13,475, and then Splash Page Art, 10 sales, $12,240 in sales. So then there were a lot of dealers with just under $10,000 in sales, but you can see those on the CAF update that was posted today as well on CAF. So again, just not a busy week. I think a lot of people were just traveling, taking it easy after New York Comic Con, even though a lot of dealers didn't set up at that. Who knows? Maybe their artists were there, and so there wasn't a lot of rep art sales that week. We all know that anybody watching, you know that the New York Felix show started yesterday or tomorrow for me, but he's got his New York show going on, so you know there's going to be some very big sales from him this week. It could be record breaking. You never know. If you've been watching his unboxing shows of late, you'll know that there's a lot of cool art that he's going to be pulling out for this show. And I believe it's a 4, maybe 5-day show for Felix again. And you know it's going to be big. So let's go over the top 6 sales, though, that made up that $155,000 from dealers during this period. And here they are. First up, of course, is that number, $155,000. Not a big week. This first piece here is by Dave McKeon, sold by Albert Moy. This is the Black Orchid issue #1 page, issue #1 cover. I'm sorry, not a page, not an interior. This was the cover to Black Orchid, and it sold for $12,500 by Albert. Next up, another Albert Moy sale. This is by Darwin Cook, New Frontier, issue 5, page 22, sold for the asking price of $10,000. Another Albert Moy sale. Marvel Spotlight, issue 7, page 5. This is by Mike Plug, and the asking price on this awesome Ghost Rider page was $10,000. Final 3 pieces. This one was sold by Splash Page Comic Art, and the artist is Paulo Rivera. Asking price was $8,750, and this is from Fantastic Four Life Story. It was a 1 in 25 incentive cover, and it's a beauty. Next up is by sale by Panel Page. This is John Byrne, of course, and it's from Fantastic Four 248, page 6, and the asking price was $7,500. And finally, another sale by Albert Moy. This is by Rick Hoberg, and this is from Batman issue 380, page 17 and 18, and it is a beauty. And the asking price on that one was $4,000. So, yeah, very mediocre sales. But what are you going to do? Every week can't be a home run for dealers, and there you have that one. So similarly, the auction houses, as always, they just kind of remain consistent. Auction house sales for this period were $245,000, and the period before that was $327,000. $327,000 being a higher than normal number, so $245,000 is back to pretty much normal. eBay had 635 sales that I recorded, and of those 635, they totaled for 116,000 plus. Heritage had 221 sales that ended successfully in their Wednesday auction, and their sales were just under $130,000 total. So, and a little bit of an up week for Heritage. The week before, they were at 88,000. So that's a pretty big increase. 88 is a very low number for them, of course. I'm not sure why they had that, but it could be because of New York Comic Con. Maybe they didn't pull out all the best pieces during that week. Never know. But let's take a look at their top 6 sales. Of course, eBay's first, then Heritage in the 3 pieces that I'm going to show you here. So here you are, again, $245,000 in sales for the week. First up is this piece on eBay. This is Marvel Superheroes number 13, page 3. Gene Colan, of course, from 1968, and the price on this one was $12,000. Great Gene Colan page there. Next up is a artwork by Mike Mayhew, my good pal Mike Mayhew. This is Topps Empire Strikes Back painted card art, and it sold for $3,000 and worth every penny. I love Mike's work. And finally from eBay is this Frank Miller sketch cover, Dark Knight 3, The Master Race, and this one sold for $2,549. You don't see color pieces by Frank on sketch covers too often. Top 3 pieces from Heritage now. This is, of course, Bob McKay, Little Nemo in Slumberland, and this one was Impy Partial Sunday comic strip, sold for $5,040. Next up is this Joe Madureira, Dan Green, Uncanny X-Men, 312, page 10 piece, sold for $4,080. I'm very envious of the gentleman or lady that owns that piece now because it's awesome and I love X-Men. Finally, there's this Charles Schulz Peanuts strip from 1985, sold for $3,840. A very affordable later piece by Charles Schulz. So yeah, I mean, anyone who wants to get in on the Charles Schulz market, that would have been a good piece to do so, right? And $3,480, very good price. That's, of course, and Heritage prices are always with the juice, of course, as they are reported to me. So let's see. So there you have that. A decent week for Heritage and an average week for eBay. So let's see. Trying to think if I've got anything other special announcements to kind of key you in on. There is, and I don't have a link for it, but there is, and we posted news on it today, the John Paul Leon book that IDW is putting together and is crowdfunding right now is doing really, really well. I would sincerely hope that if you're a fan of original comic art and the creators that have been out there, and John Paul Leon was a master. He was loved by all of his peers and passed away too soon, as we all know, early this year. And this tribute book that they're putting together is going to support the family. And I would sincerely hope that everybody at least take a look at it. And if you don't choose to support it, I hope you do. I have. But if you don't, or if you are, please also share it with your other fellow collectors. Let them know about it. I hope that we will probably get it out in a week in one of our mailings as well. But I just want everybody to know that it's a project that I wholly put myself behind, and I was a great admirer of his work. And I think that this is a fitting thing to be that IDW is doing. I emailed a bunch with Scott Dunbier about it before it went live, and so I just think it's going to be, it's a good thing to do. It's fantastic to help the family, and we all should be supporting it. So that's Bill's soapbox for you today. So let me wrap things up tonight with a popular piece update for you. I didn't pick 25 this week. I only picked 24. I'm not sure why, but I just couldn't settle on a 25th item. So we're going to go with 24 picks, and I think they're all pretty good. I think you're going to like them as much as I did, but let's get them on the screen and see what you think. First up, and this is in Khalil's gallery. Artist is Raul Fernandez, and this is from Spider-Man Breakout #1, page 23. Absolutely beautiful, and Khalil, you should be very happy with that one in your collection. Next up, Duke Fleed. This awesome piece by Scott Campbell, and this is the cover to Amazing Spider-Man 606 with Black Cat. Next up, this is a great piece. This is Seven Seas original art in the collection of Jim Reed. artist Matt Baker. A piece that I really like as well. This is in the collection of Jason Hussa, John Cassaday, of course, and this is from Astonishing One. Frank Frazetta, of course, Battlestar Galactica. Who doesn't remember this image and just love it? And this is a piece picked up by Kavi. Didn't sell on Dueling Dealers, but he was able to pick it up from Anthony at New York Comic Con. Tim Sale, of course, and this is the cover to Batman 15. Then an awesome X Factor #4 title page. This is in the collection of Tony S., and the artists are Keith Pollard and Joe Rubinstein. Jim Reed, and what can you say about this piece? This is amazing. This is a Judge Dredd piece, and it's by the incredible Brian Bolland. Daniel Warren Johnson is usually represented in my lists, and here he is again. This is in the collection of KCA. This is from Beta Ray Bill #1, and it's a DPS from pages 8 and 9. And Dr. Doom. I'm a big fan of Dr. Doom, and this is in the collection of JN80, and the artist is Carlos Magno. Daryl R. Daryl, your collection is awesome. You just keep adding to it. This is by Mike ZECK Layouts, and Phil Zimmelman is the painter. And this is a Punisher #1 cover / portfolio plate. And again, here's Steven Frizzoka again. This is Trad Moore, of course. Silver Surfer Black #5 cover. Astonishing work of art. And Juan Jimenez. We don't talk about that artist too often, and this is a beautiful example. This is in the collection of Vicente Martinez. Congratulations on that beautiful piece of Jimenez work. Next up is a piece in the collection of Simon K., John Romita Jr. pencils, and Al Williamson inks. This is from Spider-Man 74, page 14. A few more pieces to go here. Araga, you picked up a beauty. This is by MIRKO D. NOIA, and I'm probably butchering that name, but this is Spider-Man 2099, and it is wonderful. An artist we don't talk about too much anymore. We've also lost this last year, Richard Corbin, and this is in the collection of Artless Artmore, and this is from Garbage Man and page 6. Here is a wonderful ROM cover in our good friend Nick Barucci's collection. Bill Sienkiewicz, of course, was the painter on that one. Congratulations, Nick. That is a beauty. And Dinesh, this is the cover to Wizard Magazine #29. Art by Bart SEARS. Congratulations, Dinesh. That's a beauty. Anthony C. is the proud owner of this Hulk transformation by none other than David Finch, and it is incredible. Congratulations on that one, Anthony. And another stellar piece here. This one is in the collection of Sam Hughes. This is by Frank Miller, of course, from Big Fat Kill, #2, page 12, Sin City. Awesome, awesome piece. Thank you for posting that to CAF. 4 more pieces to go. This one's by Sam Keith in the collection of Jordan Joannou. This is Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters, #6, title page. It is awesome. Next up, this is in the collection of Matt K. Joseph Michael Linsner, of course. Red Monica is the character, and this was the commission that was earned by Matt during the sale I did last month. And final 2 pieces. This is by George Perez and Sam Grainger inks, collection of Andrew Rollis, and this is from Avengers #149, page 1. And finally, Dave Gibbons, a awesome Green Lantern 160, or no, not 167, 176. There's my dyslexia coming back to haunt me, in the collection of Kareem El Rafe. So there you have it, everybody. My top picks for the week. One of these days I should have like everybody just post in the comment section of YouTube, say what pieces were your favorites. Just share some links every once in a while. Maybe we need to get a little more interactive around here, right? But thank you for obliging me this evening. It's certainly not going to be a long show, and I'm going to be signing off here in a minute. One other thing to note will be that when I do get back, I will have Kirk Dilbeck on October 26th that evening at 9 p.m. as my guest on the next Comic Art Live chat, number 56. So I hope you can tune into that. Kirk and I have been good friends for a long time, long before I was one of the owners in Big Wow Comic Fest, and got to see Kirk a little bit more regularly there. But he runs his whole business out of his CAF gallery. So we're going to be talking specifically during that interview all about him as a collector and his amazing art collection. But he and I are going to film one of those little dealer updates that I do, and we'll also show that maybe later that week, maybe the week after. Too much Kirk Dilbeck might be too much of a good thing, but at any rate, wish me well. My trip is on Wednesday, and I go to Vegas. I'll be there from Wednesday through Sunday, so I hope everybody has a good time while I'm away. I look forward to getting back in action with that show with Kirk next week, and I hope you have fun with your collections and enjoy the hobby in my absence again. And I'm not sure if we're going to have a Sunday show or not. I know that if we do, Mikhail told me that he would host it. And if that does come to fruition, you'll be seeing a collector conversation on Sunday evening at 9. If not, I am certain that we will have one the following week on Halloween night, no less. Well, or maybe we won't. We tend to take holidays off. I don't know. I'll talk with James tomorrow, and we'll work that out. But thanks for tuning in, everybody, to this very short CAF update. And again, I appreciate every one of you for being a part of this community and helping to make it more fun for me every single day. And if there is ever anything I can do for any of you, please let me know. The hobby is a wonderful place when we all get together and communicate and share ideas on how we can make the site better, this channel better, and everything else. So never hold anything back. And with that, I will bid you all adieu and see you on Tuesday evening when I interview Kirk. Have a wonderful night.